Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. It appears that Ainz has had a shadow nerf to his third ability, the one where he deals 50% HP damage and stuns the enemies. It looks like it's got a cap based on his attack now. I'd never tested it before the update, so I don't know if it is a new thing, whether it was always there. But judging by Reddit, it seems like it is a new thing. So we're going to have a look at the Reddit post, do some testing ourselves, and then just discuss it in general. I don't think it's going to impact early game, mid game players. It's those late game players pushing the peak that is really going to affect, but let's get into it. Oh, and first thing, we did just hit 115,000 subscribers, so thank you guys so much once again. As with every other 5,000, we're going to do a $100 giveaway. Basically, be subscribed, leave a comment. Don't spam comments, because multiple comments don't give multiple entries on this video, and you go into the draw. All the legally stuff will be in the description. I'll do the draw a week or so, maybe a little bit longer after this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do all my giveaways as community posts. When I try and record them in a video, it becomes like, I think I can't do it until I record that video, and then I record the video and forget, and then it just pushes out. So it's just quicker and easier for me to do them in a community post. So that's where the giveaways will be announced. So be so sure to be subscribed, obviously, so you can see those. Anyway, Ainz. Okay, so here is the Reddit post we're looking at, posted a day ago. Some Chinese players have noticed a difference with Ainz's third skill. Enemies lose 50% of the current health. The undocumented change that is very noticeable while pushing high level deficits. Like I said earlier, I think early game players and stuff, if you're doing the mercenary thing to get an Ainz, you're not going to notice it too much. The cap calculated to be 1600% of Ainz's attack, the same as Ezio's max execution threshold. Screenshot. So here's a campaign screenshot, which you can really notice this. You can really notice it. You can see that everything's stunned. You can see that whatever this is in the middle here obviously took a bit more damage. But this must be a huge level deficit to be only doing this much. Like I'll show you on Chiasmas, because I had done some testing before I came in. This, like I said, huge level deficits. The other thing I want to notice here is that Ainz has his mask on in the Chinese version. Can we get that as like an alt skin or something? Actually, I think I like our Ainz more. It's just like, it's cool because it's something different. But yeah, there you go. As you can see, definitely not doing 50% of current HP on those ones there. And then we jump over to this one here, which is in the depth of time against a bunch of Mezos. Now, Mezos chunky, so obviously, like, the level deficit, but also just chunky heroes are going to be harder to get that 50% now, but definitely showing that it's not just a flat 50. So let's jump back over to Chiasma's account here and have a look, and I'll show you some testing that I was doing. So if we jump in here, what team was it? It was this team here. Wow, game is lagging hard. So basically, I just jumped into this one because hopefully it'll work fairly decently that we can do it. I put the Citrana back down the bottom because Iron kept getting his ults and ruining my day. So because they were covering the screen and not letting us see the damage. But if we look here, we're at 20 seconds. When we get to 15, Iron's ult is going to cover the screen. But as you can see, they all got stunned. And you can see Cirrus still really high on HP. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record that and I'll play it back so we can like really slow it down. Back in a sec. Okay, so here we go. This wasn't that same battle. This is just like another battle that I'm looking at that I just recorded then. So similar thing, you can see we're at 17 seconds, that we go to 16. The thing I noticed is from this replay, Ainz activates this ability even if he's CC'd. So he's banished here, but he still activates it. So you can see here, this frame here, where he's not banished at 17, he's banished at 16. And he activates it and he's still banished at the end of it. That is very interesting. I never actually even looked into that. But here we go. If we go back here, what we can see is the activating of it. And then we go this frame here. You can see the damage dealt. So you can see that Tassie here, that definitely looks like 50%. That looks like 50% on the Leica. Looks like 50% on the Mezoth, but he was very low. And the Cirrus is the one that you can really notice it here. So if you look at Cirrus behind this little haze of what's going on, you can see he's going from like 95 to, I want to say, like 75%. So he's definitely not losing 50% now. Cirrus is really chunky, but let's just go next. And as you can see, Iron definitely loses more. So you can see from this frame to this frame, look at the Tassie, you can see how the white line shrinks. It's just the progression of it. But this one here, you can see the Iron, he does lose 50%, I reckon, because if you look at from this frame where his red health is to where his red health is here, that is about 50%. It's just that phasing of the frames. But yeah, this test definitely shows that the Cirrus in that one definitely doesn't cop it as bad. And I'm tipping if the Mezoth was full HP, he wouldn't get it either. But besides that, I mean, let's see, have a look at where we're at. So like the level deficit here isn't huge, but keep in mind we do have some signature items and stuff like that in play as well. But overall, basically the summary of this is he now has a cap. Whether that is the 1600 cap, exactly what it is, I don't know. I think that this makes Albedo even more important in an Ainz team, especially in the later game. I feel like she's always been important, but getting that extra 45% attack so you can get more of that, but it's going to increase. Like, I just feel like the 45% attack and defense is like, what? How much defense is it? I can't even remember. Or is it less attack? However much it is. You know what I'm saying. The bonus attack, the bonus defense is just always vital. But like in general, I think this is like, if they just put in the patch notes, listen, we're going to put a cap to Ainz's third ability where it does 50%. I would have been like, yeah, that's probably a fair call. It's a pretty busted ability. In my video where I talked about the most overpowered abilities, that was like number 2 behind Albedo's passive to just increase stats. But yeah, it's completely busted. To be able to just deal 50% of anyone's HP plus stun them without any limit is quite insane. So like I said, it's not a bad change in my opinion for balance. However, it just sucks that they didn't actually announce it. But this sort of thing did happen with Athalia about a year ago where she got a nerf in a patch. And then I think I can't remember exactly what happened, so don't quote me, but it ended up getting reverted. I don't know whether they said, oh, sorry, and reverted it, or whether it was a mistake that got reverted. Don't know what it was. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll keep an eye on this and let you guys know what happens. It'll probably just be a community post that I post out to if we get any further information, or it'll just be at the start of a video. But yeah. Ainz now getting a little bit of a balanced treatment, but like I said, be nice if they just put it in the notes so it didn't feel like they were trying to sneakily nerf Ainz. But anyway, that's what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Are you annoyed about that? Like I said, he's so strong that I don't think this is going to make him just irrelevant. It's not going to destroy your investment into him, I don't think. But yeah, like I said, more the end game players that are going to be struggling with this. Early game, mid game, I think he's still going to be completely dominant, but one man's opinion. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.